out of the water here. Look how tight she can get as she touches Indy's hand. This is pretty impressive for an animal that has that much blubber on their body, isn't it? We train our animals here to represent what's happening in the Arctic, but also we need to keep things interesting and fun for them. So often we will ask high-energy behaviors to make sure they get their exercise, just like we need our exercise. And also, we also ask for behaviors for safety. We want to make sure that we can make sure they're healthy every single day. Sometimes we show the behaviors that they'll do in the wild. Now, if you're sitting around the staircase, be careful. You're going to have some water heading your way. As Tila comes up to show you what are the things belugas actually do in the wild. In the ocean, they can shoot streams of water out of their mouth. Now, typically, belugas don't spit in the air, but instead, they spit down on the ocean floor. That way, they can uncover things like worms and crabs, all that make tasty treats for belugas. They also make a lot of sounds, and you might have heard a gurgling sound. It didn't come from a seagull. That actually came from Aurora over here. Belugas were once called the canaries of the sea because they do make all sorts of chirps, clicks, and whistles. Now, one of the things we learned about baby belugas is those sounds you're hearing. And there's a couple different sounds coming from Tila there. The very first sound that the mother beluga makes to her calf or baby is the very first sound the baby's going to mimic right back. This is a really important part of communication called a contact call. And it's something that we were able to learn because we have babies here at the aquarium. This is something that would be really hard to study in the ocean. So we are learning a lot. Researchers studying these animals are finding out a lot of information about the belugas that is really important to ensure their survival. Because while belugas are Canada's most abundant whale right now, the Arctic is changing. And we know this. This is causing new challenges for belugas that live there. How this might affect their survival in the future, we don't know. But we do know that we can help stop the change, and we can help make sure that their home stays healthy by limiting the amount of greenhouse gases we produce. So basically what's happening, emissions from our cars, our homes, our industries are coming up and pretty much blanketing the world in a cloth, in like a big warm fuzzy blanket, trapping the heat. Arctic ice is melting. We don't know what's going to happen. So if you want at home, just switch off light switch when you leave a room, and you're actually helping. Who does that already? Does anyone already do that and turn off the light switch when they leave the room? Yeah, I see so many hands go up nowadays, and I think that's fantastic. I want you to bend yourself down to the elbow there. Give yourself a pat on the back, because you are already helping. We can take this one step further, and if you'd like to know more ways that you can help belugas in the Arctic, definitely come up and chat with me. Right now, the trainers are working on some more behaviors of these animals, like the husbandry that you see happening with Julie and Aurora. And I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but got distracted when Kilo are used in spinning. But one of the things we always work on with these animals is making them active participants in their own health care. Belugas at the aquarium are really fortunate to have top-notch health care every day, and we ask them to present different parts of their bodies so that they feel comfortable doing so. One of those behaviors involves getting the belugas to present their belly or ventral region, and for us at the aquarium that was so important because we were able to give both Tila and Aurora, our two moms, ultrasound. The exact same kind of ultrasound that we'd use on people. We saw a picture of baby Tika and baby Nala before they were even born. So I bet you know there's one question that many of you